Alright, this is game 4 action here, and my first thought looking at the board was just to play Masquerade and money. And there's Masterpiece there to help that out. On the other side, for the engine, there's nice things. There's Herald, Wishing Well, Steward Can Trash, Magpie, Hunting Party draws. I mentioned Alchemists. I hope all of these things are nice for the engine, but there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do except play money, so why not just play money right away? Well, the only reason to not just play money directly is if you could get your engine fast enough, then it's a little bit better because you're more reliable than just a share money strategy. So yeah, I opened with the Masquerade wanting to go for money, Masquerade and silver. But then I see the Magpie my opponent opens with, and then I think, you know, maybe because of this Magpie, some kind of engine is possible. Magpie will get more Magpies, and if I put the odd Herald in the deck, maybe Herald can turn up a Magpie and that can draw something. It'll be like a lab, and we'll be happy, right? So that is why I went for the Magpie and Masquerade like my opponent. Maybe because the Magpies can just gain themselves quickly, and you could just buy like a couple Heralds and be okay with that. Then maybe something with that is going to work out better than just straight money. I mean, alternatively, there's the Hunting Party stack. You could just go straight for Hunting Party, buy a silver, Masquerade, get to 5, buy Hunting Party, and then when you get to 6, buy gold. Province of that, right? That's also viable, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is the second game so far where maybe money, straight money, is just better than what we're doing here. So I pick up a Herald quite early on turn 3, and this is my Masquerade here, so I am gonna pick up another Herald at this point. Again, just hoping to have the Heralds draw into Magpies. I mean, it doesn't really matter if the Magpie draws anything. Once the Herald connects, that is in itself valuable enough to me. So my opponent has a Hunting Party by this point. I'm also going to pick up a Hunting Party here. Should be quite good, quite good. Also, one difference in our decks is that my opponent has a silver. I do not have any silver. I actually was kind of hesitant to buy silver because I was hoping to get to gold without having to get to silver. Once I get rid of these estates, the Magpies should draw me enough money to get me to gold. And as it happens here, I exchange a estate for a copper. And I'm not going to trash just to be absolutely certain I can get to my gold on this turn. I mean, as it turns out, I'd have been fine trashing it, but you know how card games go sometime. So I pick up my gold here on 8. Yeah, there's not much else to say about it. I pick up a gold, and if I get 8 again, I'll probably get province. A little bit of a scary thing here is if Herald draws into Masquerade like this. Could be scary. Fortunately, works out here. Estates are passed across. I get rid of this one. I think there's one estate left, and it is in his deck, so that's good. Going to play these Magpies before the Hunting Party because I'd like the Hunting Party to find the Magpies. I should have played the Herald first here and then the Hunting Party. Slight little inaccuracy, I believe. Not too big a deal because I draw the deck anyway. Doesn't really matter. One thing I noticed in this game, province here of course, the Hunting Party will skip past a lot of coppers, provided there's a copper in your hand of course. Then, if you could play your Magpies at that point, when the discard pile is full of coppers, you get a lot of value out of your Magpies. So that's a nice little interaction I found out in this game. I didn't think of it before. I just saw it here and realized it actually might be quite valuable. So So I play a Magpie first, and now a Herald, and now another Herald. Just trying to draw first with the action cards before playing the hunting party. I know I say that this is a mistake. After as soon as I played the hunting party, I realized, shoot, I should have played the Magpie before, in the hopes that the hunting party would find me another Magpie and my turn would go on for longer. So a bit of a misplay there. Exchanging here the estate for a copper. Not going to trash again because this is 8 for me. There's nothing else to do on this board for 8 except buy province. Mission is there, but there's nothing to do with the mission. What do? You gain a Magpie or trash with Steward. That's it. Missions are dry and barren. Anyways, my opponent has a gold now and picks up a province of their own. I get cut down from 5 to 4 here. I was hoping to buy hunting party, but instead just going to buy a Herald. At this point, Masquerade, luckily I have this copper to pass across. I was the only junk card in my hand, so happy about that. And now, yeah, we've built these strange decks where, well, I have a lot more Magpies than my opponent. But yeah, he mostly has the hunting party stack thing going on with Masquerade, so it's like hunting party Masquerade. I have more Heralds, of course, and a lot more birds. A lot more birds in my deck. Here I buy the duchy. I mean, there's half the provinces gone, and I feel it's like the right time to do so, even though it's one more thing for my hunting party to trip over. Also, I have the additional estate at this point, and I feel like now with 3 provinces left in the pile, I'm not going to pass that estate across to my opponent. I want to maintain that the low points advantage. So here, luckily this Herald draws into a Magpie and allows me to play this Masquerade not dead. I mean, it doesn't matter because, well, I draw everything here anyway. Here I pass the copper over the estate expecting to get a copper back. If I didn't get a copper back, it'd probably be something like a Magpie or another Masquerade. So I could probably play and get to $8 again. Yeah, this is a rough hand, but I just passed one of my many birds. Why am I like Magpie Lord here? I don't know. I mean, it's what you wanted, right? Anyways, I'm not sure on the order of playing these things. Is it better to play Magpie before Herald, or is it better to play Herald before Magpie? I don't know. I figured playing the Magpie before was better somewhere near the end of the game. Because if there's an action card on top, at least I could still draw it with the Herald and play it, maybe. Whereas if there's money, like I would rather have my Magpie show me action or green rather than have my Herald show me yellow or green, if that makes sense, for whatever reason. Anyways, somehow I'm able to string together this big turn here and looking for $8, and I find that I draw my whole deck. Hooray for Magpies, right? Yay. And I'm able to buy a province. So I believe we are 3 provinces each. My opponent picks up an estate here now. I'm not really sure how much the estate does for him at this point. That was a real rough turn. Like he was probably hoping to get the duchy, because we each have a duchy, and I have the estate that was left over from all the Masquerade passing, and now I pick up another duchy here. So getting to 4 provinces here. I think I want 4 provinces now. Yeah, on 4 provinces now is excellent for me because I have the estate, the tiebreaker. Now I just have to buy duchies to just stay in the game at this point. My opponent picks up 1 here, so again we're back level on the duchies. And that's a lot easier for my deck to do. It's just breaking right now. It is terrible. It has nothing. Like it's just falling apart at this point. I'm just lucky to get to 5 here. Thank God for that gold. And I'm able to buy another duchy, just staying ahead of the game here. There's no extra buys anywhere, so you just want to grab points when you can at this point in the game with 1 province left. Here, looking for money with the Magpie to get up to 5 for a duchy. Don't want to give my opponent the duchy split here, but Unfortunately, I'm just going to get to 4. At this point, I think I do buy the estate. I already have one. Not so bad for the hunting party. And actually, I look at the points before I buy the estate. I realize I don't need to buy the estate. I'm far enough ahead that I can afford to put a silver in my deck at this point over the estate. Because my opponent can't really do anything significant on their next turn. And after I buy the silver, my opponent resigns him. Maybe they had a bad hand. Maybe they thought the game was too far gone. But that is game 4, I believe.